Hello, everyone. Have you ever felt so surprised or scared that you just stopped in your tracks? Today, I'm going to tell you an amazing story about a rich dad who gets frozen with fear when his sick daughter meets a very strange doctor at a small clinic. This is not a story about money or big fancy things. It is about love, fear, and finding help in the most unexpected places. Let's jump right in. Once upon a time in a busy city, there lived a kind and loving millionaire dad named Mr. Armin. Even though Mr. Armin had plenty of money and lived in a wonderful house with a shiny car, his heart was filled with worry when his little daughter Sophia fell very sick. Sophia was a bright and gentle girl, full of laughter when she was happy, but one chilly morning, her cough grew stronger, and her eyes drooped with tiredness. That morning, Mr. Armin knew he had to help Sophia. Even though he was a wealthy man and could visit the best clinics in the city, there was one clinic in their small neighborhood with a secret of its own, a secret that would change this day forever. Imagine having all the money in the world, but still feeling a very real fear because you love someone so much. It is a reminder that feelings do not care about price tags. They are simply human. Mr. Armin gently packed his car with Sophia's favorite blanket, a little teddy bear, and a bag full of her cozy pajamas. He drove carefully through quiet streets. As he sped along, his mind raced with thoughts. Will Sophia be okay? Will the clinic help her? I must not let fear take over. His heart pounded in his chest like a drum trying to keep up with his fast thoughts. While driving, he remembered times from his own childhood when he was brave, and he whispered to himself, I must be strong for Sophia. Even though he had seen many advanced machines in his life, a room full of blinking lights, soft sounds, and high-tech gadgets, this day felt different, as if something unusual was waiting for him at the clinic. When they arrived, the clinic looked smaller than the grand hospitals Mr. Armin was used to. It had white walls that shone in the sunlight, and inside modern machines beeped quietly. There were posters on the walls with friendly pictures showing kids playing while doctors examined them. Yet something about the place felt a bit odd that day. The waiting room was cozy, with chairs arranged in neat rows. A soft lull of gentle music played in the background. Some parents smiled politely at their children, while a few kids hugged their favorite stuffed animals. Sophia clutched her teddy bear close as they waited, and Mr. Armin tried to smile, though his heart was still heavy with worry. As they walked into the examination room, Mr. Armin noticed all the machines and screens that looked almost like something out of a spaceship. There were gadgets that listened to your heartbeat, machines that could tell you if your skin was warm enough, and lights that blinked in beautiful colors. Everything was very high-tech and fascinating, yet it made him wonder, would all these machines help his daughter truly get better? Just then, the door swung open and in walked a doctor unlike any Mr. Armin had seen before. The doctor wore a long, white coat with patches and buttons that seemed to sparkle under the clinic lights. But what was most unusual was his smile, a wide, almost mischievous grin that made his eyes twinkle in a way both kind and strangely a little eerie. Good morning, the doctor said in a cheerful yet odd tone. His voice had a sing-song quality that made Sophia giggle and Mr. Armin's heart skip a beat. The doctor's hands were decorated with colorful rings, and he carried a small, mysterious bag full of tiny instruments that looked unlike the usual stethoscope or thermometer. Mr. Armin suddenly felt a shiver run down his spine. Even though he had seen many doctors during his life, his body froze for a moment at the sight of this peculiar man. It was as if his instincts were whispering that something was very different about this doctor. Yet his daughter's soft smile and the friendly tone of the stranger eased him just enough to ask, "Are you here to help Sophia?" The doctor nodded vigorously, his smile broadening. "Yes, yes, my dear sir. I promise you, I'm not here to scare anyone, only to help. Let's see that brave little girl in action." The examination began gently. The doctor invited Sophia to sit on a small chair that looked more like a seat in a fun car than a typical doctor's chair. He picked up a device that looked very much like a futuristic toy. "This is my magic machine," he explained in a whisper excitedly. "It listens to your heartbeat and tells me how happy it is." He placed the device on Sophia's chest. The little machine beeped softly and suddenly showed a colorful, dancing pattern on a screen. Mr. Armin, who knew about medical gadgets, was both impressed and uneasy. He knew that many such devices were used to check if our hearts are strong and healthy, and yet the way this machine showed the heart rhythm, a mix of bright colors and swirls, reminded him of a beautiful cartoon. As the doctor worked, he talked in a friendly, almost playful way. "Did you know," he said in a low, amusing tone, "that laughter is like medicine? It makes your heart beat in a happy rhythm, just like this beep, beep, beep." His words, mixed with the gentle rhythm of the machine, made Sophia smile, and even Mr. Armin felt his worry ease slightly. Yet every now and then, Mr. Armin would catch a glimpse of the doctor's odd smile or his twinkling eyes. He asked the doctor in a soft voice, "Doctor, can you tell me more about your techniques? I have never seen a machine quite like this." With a chuckle and a twirl of his hand, the doctor replied, "Oh dear sir, technology is amazing. This machine is a special tool, a mix of science and magic that helps little ones like Sophia feel safe and start to heal." The doctor then explained in simple words how his special device worked. "You see, every heartbeat sends a tiny signal, like a little whisper inside our body. My machine listens to those whispers and turns them into colors and sounds. When everything is okay, the pattern is bright and busy. When there is a problem, the colors slow down. It is like a heart song that tells us a secret about health." Mr. Armin listened carefully, his initial fear now mixed with a spark of fascination. He realized that even though the doctor looked strange and acted in funny ways, he was using real devices and science to help his daughter. In his heart, he started to believe that what was odd on the outside might hide something very helpful on the inside. At one point, as the doctor was checking Sophia's breathing with a yet more curious instrument, a small gadget that puffed out gentle air like a mini fan, Sophia giggled when it tickled her face. "That tickles, Daddy," she laughed. Mr. Armin almost couldn't help but laugh too. Even though his body was still a bit tense, the laughter filled the room with warmth. The doctor smiled and said, "A good laugh makes the medicine work better. It's important to have fun, even when you're sick." He then showed Sophia a funny trick by making the machine's light flash in a little pattern that looked like stars dancing in the night sky. Sophia's eyes widened in amazement, and her fear melted away like ice cream on a sunny day. Mr. Armin began to talk with the doctor about these gadgets and about his techniques. "You are unlike any doctor I have seen. I was really scared when I first saw you, but now I see that your strange ways are meant to bring comfort. My daughter is feeling much better because you are kind and funny," he explained sincerely. The doctor replied with a soft, reassuring tone. "Sometimes it is not just the medicine or the machines that make someone better. It is the care and little moments of happiness we share. Medicine is a mix of art and science, and sometimes a smile is the most powerful tool in a doctor's bag. Mr. Armin listened deeply. In his own heart, he was realizing that even though he had seen many brilliant, high-tech tools in his life, sometimes a kind word, a soft laugh, or a spark of gentle humor helped more than any gadget could. For those who are curious about how these medical machines work, let me explain it in very simple words. In the clinic, the doctor used devices that look a bit like toys, but they are very serious about keeping people healthy. Heart monitor. This machine listens to the beat of your heart. Think of it as a radio that picks up a very special song, your heartbeat. The doctor's gadget turns these beats into bright, colorful lights. When your heart is happy, the machine shows lively colors and fast beats. Temperature scanner. Another gadget measures if Sophia's body has a fever. It is like a magic thermometer that shows numbers on a screen. If the number is too high, it means your body needs a little extra help to cool down. Breath checker. The doctor even had a little fan-like tool that blows warm air to check how you breathe. It sees if the air comes out strong and steady or if it is soft and slow. It uses signals similar to how a wind chime sings in the breeze. These machines all help the doctor see what is happening in our body without causing any pain. Even though they might sound like science fiction, they are real tools that help doctors know when you're getting better. The doctor explained that such equipment is not new. It has been improved over many years by many smart people who wanted everyone to feel better. Hearing this, Mr. Armin's mind grew calmer, and he started to trust the process. While watching the doctor work, Mr. Armin's thoughts swirled like a little storm in his mind. He remembered a time when he was a child, feeling scared of things that looked different. He thought about a clown at a birthday party, funny to some but scary to others. For a moment, the strange doctor reminded him of that clown. But as he observed how warmly and gently the doctor handled Sophia, Mr. Armin's fear began to change into wonder. He noticed details, the way the doctor's eyes softened when Sophia smiled, the reassuring tone in his voice, and his clear love for what he did. Maybe, Mr. Armin thought, the doctor's unusual ways are not a sign of danger, but a way to make my daughter feel safe in a clinic that looks so cold and full of machines. Slowly, Mr. Armin took a deep breath and remembered that even the richest or the bravest people can feel scared sometimes. He decided that his love for Sophia was stronger than his fear. He stepped back from the doorway and sat down, his body relaxing bit by bit as he realized that the doctor was here to help, not harm. The doctor, noticing the change, walked over and patted Mr. Armin gently on the shoulder. "It is all right to be scared sometimes," he said kindly. "I always try my best to turn fear into hope, with a little bit of humor and a lot of care." Mr. Armin nodded and for the first time that day, smiled back at the strange but caring doctor. As the examination finished, Sophia's test results showed a small fever and a cough that needed just a little medicine and rest. The doctor prescribed some syrup, a few vitamins, and even gave Sophia a small hand-drawn picture of a smiling sun. "This sun will remind you to shine even on cloudy days," said the doctor in his soft, musical voice. Mr. Armin's heart was filled with relief. The clinic, with all its bold machines and strange sounds, had turned into a place of gentle wonders. He realized that the doctor had used his unique ways to break the tension and help Sophia feel at ease. Although the day began with fear and a strange feeling, it ended with a warm lesson. that caring hearts and kind laughs can overcome any unusual moment. Before they left the clinic, the doctor bent down low to Sophia's level and whispered, "Keep that happy heart beating strong, and always remember, you are never too small to be brave." Sophia giggled and hugged him tightly. Mr. Armand felt a deep gratitude rising inside him. He thanked the doctor many times and promised to always remember this day as one when fear turned into comfort. After leaving the clinic, Mr. Armand drove back home slowly, his mind busy with thoughts. He thought about how even in a world filled with high-tech gadgets and modern science, simple human kindness could shine the brightest. Here was a reminder that money and fancy machines cannot replace compassion and a bit of humor. I believe this story shows us that being rich or having the best things in life does not always protect us from fear. Fear can come when we see something strange or different, especially when we care deeply about someone we love. What really matters is the strength we find inside ourselves and the help we receive from unexpected places. Mr. Armin later said to his friends, "I have learned a lesson today. The unknown can be scary, but when you open your heart, you can see that kindness and care are the true wonders of life." His words touched many people who heard his tale. It reminds us that if you ever feel scared, remember that you can overcome it by trusting those who really care. For sometimes the strangest faces hide the warmest hearts. And here's something fun to think about. Imagine if you had a doctor who played silly songs on a small keyboard or told funny jokes while he checked your heartbeat. It might seem weird at first, but that little twist of humor might just be the best medicine you ever had. I want you all to remember that in our world, unusual people can sometimes teach us the most important lessons. The strange doctor in our story did not just fix a small fever or a cough. He also helped mend a tired heart filled with worry. His way of mixing science with art and humor shows us that healing is sometimes a gentle balance between technology and genuine care. Doctors, just like artists, sometimes must do unexpected things to make their patients smile. It is the same with you and me. If you ever feel scared or alone, remember to look for those little sparks of kindness. Whether it is in your teacher's kind words, a friend's funny story, or a family member who gives you a warm hug, the best medicine often comes from love and care. The experience of Mr. Armin taught us that every moment in life is a mix of feelings, and that sometimes even the most advanced machines and smart ideas cannot replace the magic of a heartfelt smile. So, my friends, this is the story of a millionaire dad who got scared at the clinic when his sick daughter met a very strange yet caring doctor. It shows us that it is okay to feel afraid sometimes, and that even when we are surrounded by big machines and fancy technology, a little bit of humor and kindness can make all the difference. If you enjoyed this story and found its message of love and courage inspiring, please hit that subscribe button now to join our little family of story lovers. And do not miss the video on our end screen where we explore more surprising tales about how laughter can be the best medicine. Trust me, you will want to see it. Thank you for watching and listening. Remember, every heart has a story, and every strange moment can lead to a beautiful lesson. Stay brave, be kind, and keep smiling. Until next time.